All right, this video is going to be on how to create your ball maze in Inventor. So, to do the ball maze, you need to have filled out the sketch first. So you have 3 iterations and ideas for your design. And what you're going to do is you are going to first you have to understand how this works. So we are making the ball maze portion, which is this blue part here, and the acrylic will fit in to the maze in what we call a force fit in engineering. So, in other words, we'll make the dimensions match up in a way that once we put the acrylic plastic in, it will not come out again. That's called a force fit. So, you have 3 iterations and 3 ideas. So, you're going to be designing 2 of those. And the third one is just for backup and just for brainstorming. So, my inventor looks a little weird because it's not full screen, but you're going to start a new part and we need to use the dimensions in this packet here. So I gave these sizes for acrylic just for reference. We're not going to use those right now, but we are going to use these. So this is all the dimensions you need for building your ball maze. So I'll go through this step by step. If at any point you think you can do it yourself, you can just pause this video and come back to it as needed. So I'm going to put a sketch here, and I'm going to start on I can start on any plane. I'm going to start on this plane for now. And it looks like I'm making, and remember you have to break down your 3D model into like steps. I'm going to make the overall rectangle first. So I'm going to make a square rather. That's 2.89 by 2.89. And it looks like the depth is 0.28. So here, I'm going to change, you can cycle through these numbers with tab. So 2.89 tab, 2.889. I hit enter to lock those in. And I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude. And I'm using this number 0.28 in distance A, 0.28. Hit enter. So now that's the overall size here. Now I need to make this lip, so the way I'm going to do that is by putting a sketch on here. If you click project geometry, it makes a line for you. Okay, which you need because what we're going to do is hit O on our keyboard, click, pull in, and we're going to offset this by 0.04 and hit enter. We just made that lip, so now we're going to finish the sketch, extrude, click inside here. Now we don't want to extrude it up, so we need to use the cut feature. And it looks like we need to, this is where the acrylic is going to fit in. So if we use some common sense, if the acrylic is 0.125, this number should be 0.125. Hit OK. So you can see here, I have the inside almost done. And this part is going to take the longest. You put a sketch right on there. And then you start to do your paths. So the paths they need to be 0.13 thick. So I found the best way of doing this is by creating a rectangle. And this is what I do. I hit tab and I make the width 0.13. And when you hit tab again, you then can freely move this and just click when you're done. So the best method I've found for this is to I go through first and I create like the winning path. So make sure it's all 0.13. And I go here and I make the path that you could travel down to win or get to the, wherever you're going in the ball maze. So I'll just do this. And I'll make mine simple just to save some time here. So let's pretend I want to win there. So remember, this is going to be a closed ball maze, so the ball stays in there all the time. But let's pretend if I start here, I'm going to go all the way here to win. Now, for like the winning area, you see I put a circle on mine. You could do whatever. I could do a square, rectangle, whatever. I'm going to put that there. Okay? So from here, what you would do is simply just create your diversions, right? So, still locking into 0.13, hitting tab. You're just creating all the false paths now. 0.13. Maybe it goes like that. Oops, no, I did that wrong. 0.13. So you're going to make a lot of these. You want to have pretty much no free areas on your ball maze. So, you're going to do as many as you can to get all the space filled up. Let's flash forward and pretend we've done that. Ignore this. So let's pretend I filled in all that. But when you're done, you hit finish sketch when you filled in all the stuff, and you're going to extrude it. And then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to click in each path. And eventually you'll get done. And again, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to cut it. And I'm looking for the number here. I believe you're going to go down another 0.125. Let me just see. Yeah, going down another 0.125 works. Let's see. Yep, and you're going to hit OK. And then the acrylic fits in on here. Okay. Before I'm done, I want to point out something. So I'm going to go back to this sketch. Now, on Inventor, you cannot have multiple sketches and expect to extrude them at once. So let me show you what I mean by this. So let me undo. I'm going to delete this. Let's go back to just a sketch here. So let's say it's the end of class and you are done. You do a Control S, you give it a save. That's fine. And you want to continue working on this project. A big mistake would be putting a sketch on here again and starting a new sketch, because watch what happens. Notice I can't interact. Normally you have the little dots here. I'm not able to interact with the other lines here. Okay, so something is wrong. In addition, when I finish this and I hit E for extrude, and I start to extrude this stuff, I'm not going to be able to click in this stuff that I just made. And that's because, look at what happened over here. And it'll highlight it once I move over it. Sketch 3 is all of this stuff, and not these two. Sketch 4 is only these two and not all of these lines. So this is one of the known limitations of Inventor. So what happens is you want to delete that. It's not good practice. So instead, when you come back into a design or you want to re-edit a sketch, you simply right-click, edit sketch. And now I'm able to, I have the snappy points, I can interact with it, and I'm able to continue working on the sketch. But you don't want to keep doing like finish, sketch, finish, sketch, draw another thing here, because before you know it, you're going to have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sketches, and it's going to be sloppy, and it's not going to work. So make sure all of your paths are in one sketch. And that's how you do the Ball Maze project.